All right. Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Memphis by Night, the Vampire the Masquerade uh, camp or session. Today we're joined in today with our second eater and our lovely bones known as the Cozy Coffin on Twitter, on
Howdy.
X and Blue Sky. So today is going to be the official first session. The other one was a prequel, a little breakdown. The prince wanted to test a lovely caitiff and see if they are worth to have around or to have even existing in the world. So she brought in a little help from Roy to retrieve an item that has been stolen from her um, a long time ago. With success and some trial and error, Six and Roy, in fact, retrieved the item that was necessary for her, and Six was allowed to live. Then the lovely Roy brought him home and kept him like a puppy.
I've got him his own coffin and everything.
He's got his own coffin. All right. So tonight, tonight is going to be an interesting night for the coterie. You all have received a invitation to an event that's supposed to happen in every major city by the prince. Some princes do it every year, some will do it every decade, depends on how long they have ruled. Theodosia recently had taken claim over the throne over Nashville and Memphis. She wants to keep some form of order. And what best way to keep order and to secure domain over her territory and to create alliances? An Elysium. An Elysium is not just a party. Elysium is a place. It is a place of true neutrality. It is a place violence, unless deemed by the prince, must not convey. Weapons are left out the door. Rivalries are left outside. And this is a place where vampires gather and start to network. We all met Roy last session as he helped a little brand new baby vampire into the fray. But there is one we have not met. Apparently, he must have been off. He was not summoned by Theo, by the prince. Vance, you received an invitation to go to a place known as the Elysium within the city of Memphis. What are you doing tonight before?
Vance has nothing really going on. He's just sitting about the area, just enjoying a drink and just figuring out what to do with himself. So he accepts the invitation to the Elysium with a bit of excitement almost.
Could you, for me, describe your character and kind of give it a little idea of who they are?
So Vance, oh, Glitch says we're all a little bit quiet right now.
Oh, son of a. Thank you. Wait, why is it the. Why am I seeing. Oh, here it is. Thank you. Why is it so quiet? Hold on, let me see if my audio is up. Oops, wrong button. My audio's up all the way.
I'm
Discord.
listening and you seem fine, I guess.
It's probably because I have you turned down on Discord. Okay. Let me try it that way.
Test 1, 2.
There you go. I did turn them up. How about now?
All right.
Test 1, 2, 3. Anything but that.
I think it sounds good on my end.
Okay, good. We'll just continue. So,
All right. Vance, upon observing Vance, you see a man who definitely looks on the much older scale. He's weathered and has seen quite a bit, but definitely also seems strong enough to the point where he probably has the spirit and strength of someone 20 years younger than that. So he's an older man, taller, still very built, and definitely flaunting his gray haired and peppered aesthetic. So, and still wearing attire similar to what he probably would have been wearing during his previous time on the police force.
all right. So the evening is quite rainy. You hear the patters of rain onto the roof, hitting the windows outside of your location. Your coterie was gifted by the prince this location in particular, as you are all strong, capable vampires of your own, or kindred of your own kind. When Vance, you know this figure as she appears next to you. It is a woman in very. Hold on, somebody's used my space bar as a pillow. A woman draped in long black hair that trails down to her ankles. Clearly, she is not dressed, but it doesn't really bother too much since her hair covers everything, including her face. Did I post it in Vampire? I wonder if I did. I did not post her image in Vampire, did I?
I don't see one. I see a woman with white hair that seems to be flaunting a sword of some sort.
Yes.
I'm not sure if that's the same person.
That is Theo. That is the prince.
Oh, that's a guy.
No, that's a girl. That's a woman.
Wait.
A prince is a typical term. It's gender. It's
Oh,
genderless.
okay.
Yeah.
Thought we were
Yeah.
having an Inuyasha situation here.
No. I'll get Ophelia. I had it. Is it in Memphis? Did I put in this Memphis by night? No, I did not. I'll get the image while it's the screen. So she is completely nude, from head to toe, but her hair drapes over her like a robe. Her parts are all covered, except for one eye that peers out. She is eerie, but you know her. She is the ghost that haunts your location, and she goes by the name Ophelia. She is staring at you. She does not speak. You know her to not be a very vocal character, a very vocal person. I will also post her image in the vampire chat.
Okay, I see it.
Yep. She is meant to be completely. And she is obviously dead. Not like you're dead, but dead.
Vance takes a sip of his whiskey and just kind of glances over and is like, you really should visit a barber shop sometime, Oofy.
There's a vocalized grunt. And as you take a sip, you feel, even though you can't feel hot or cold, you can feel the as the glass coldens and your drink starts to crystallize into icicles. And then she's gone.
Sassy bitch.
I would like you both to make me a rouse check for the night.
It's that's the hunger one, right?
Yep, that's the hunger. It's a little
Yeah.
fang one. Yep. On the first page of the character sheet. There we go. So you two gain a point of hunger as both of them have failed their hunger check.
Damn, I need a sandwich.
By the way, in order to drink or anything, you do need to rouse unless you have specific flaws. So
Vance does have the merit of eating food.
both of you do. Nice.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Did you?
My fellow foodie.
Okay, so I noticed something that you don't have your. Okay. We'll get that fixed later.
Do I need to reroll now that that's present, or?
I don't remember. Hold on. No, I remember. Roy has eat food.
Yes, I do.
Okay, you're fine. But whatever you do consume, you must expel before the resting for the day.
Just don't do it in the prince's office.
Make sure to take a shit later.
No, you don't do that.
Oh.
You must vomit the food
Okay.
and everything up.
Bulimia. Love it.
Yeah, you don't have.
No,
your intestines don't have that capability any longer.
My asshole has been glued shut.
Oh my fucking god.
Vampires wearing plugs these days. Does yours light up, Vance? They make them now. They got spinners. You got one of them on there, or tassel?
Yeah. It's the new fad now. It's getting fidget spinner butt plugs.
Well, it's early in the evening. Roy, you have received the invitation to the Elysium, and you were informed by the prince that you had to be there. What are you doing in the evening, and how are you getting ready, and are you going to be wearing anything special?
Nope, just a plain old suit and tie.
Okay.
Now, they want me, they said I had to be there. They say I have to like being there.
No, you just had to be there.
Fair enough. So I was planning on tending to the garden first before I left.
All right.
That's still possible.
Are you tending to the marigolds?
Marigolds and petunias.
Marigolds and petunias. Because that is what Ophelia likes. That's what she wanted. Quote unquote.
Yep.
So you tend to your garden. But you really don't have to do any watering as it is raining outside. Do you still want to tend to the garden while it's raining?
No, I'll just let the rain do the work.
All right.
Sometimes it's self-sufficient.
That's right.
But aside from that, I mean, I have to go to this Elysium thing. Did the letter say why?
The invitation is basically a formal invitation of the yearly Elysium is placed here at this location. No violence. Keep your rivalries out the door. And come for a good night.
There are going to be so many people having cat fights in the middle of this place, I can't even start.
Oh, sure. This would actually be your first Elysium, wouldn't it?
No, whenever a party has the "please do not fight here" tag on it, you kind of imagine somebody's going to get into some kind of scuffle. But I'll saddle up and head on over.
Why is my looping not working?
I wonder if it might be OPS.
I noticed that too. Hold on, I'm testing seeing if it'll change songs. No, okay, cool. It fixed itself. Good. I'm wondering if it is OBS.
If 6 is part of the world we live in, I'll ask him to get me one of them Ubers.
Ubers. So, yes.
Is it black Uber or a grizzly Uber?
Oh my fucking god.
I don't think it matters what color the car is.
I had the note of where it's supposed to be. Give me 1 second. Here it is. I'm just trying to get to my notes of where the Elysium is. I forgot to write it down.
I saw a Chevy Suburban and a couple of sedans falling in. I thought it was an Uber and her Cubs.
All right. So according to the lovely invitation, you are given notes that the Elysium will be located in the Orpheum, at the Orpheum Theater to be exact, which is located on South Main Street in downtown Memphis. According to much history, it is a historical location which was built in the early 1900s, around 1928, I believe. And it is rumored to be haunted as well, which you're not really... it's nothing new for you to deal with spirits and ghosts and the haunting locations. But it is located there, and that is the place that is not just the Orpheum Theater, it is also the Elysium. And you are invited there. And of course, 6 has no issues with his social anxiety. He has decided to not take part of the Elysium, which he was given the go to by his friend, which you, I believe, Roy, yes, you interacted with Alice, which you guys had lovely conversations in the car back from Nashville. And she enjoyed your company, and she says, don't worry. She informed 6, do not worry. Alex said everything will be just fine. You don't have to go, since there is a risk with other Camarilla, since he is a caitiff. At this time, anyways. So, that is where your location. He will order the Uber for both of you. to get there to the Elysium in South Memphis. Oh, sorry, downtown Memphis. Um, Ophelia is with you guys. I guess you guys are in the the parlor of your building, of your house. Ophelia is there staring at all of you as you guys are leaving, and she is definitely showing she's a little upset. You guys are often home anyways. And by the way, Vance, what do you look like for this special party?
Vance is going to try and dress a little bit more, fancy. He's still going to be not too far off from his typical, like, officerian dress. But he is going to add on suspenders and maybe a tie, like a bow tie, to kind of give a little bit more flair. He is visibly a little bit saddened that there was a distinct addressing on no violence, because he was kind of hoping on bringing an open carry gun just as a fashion statement, but he figured it was going to spark a little bit more tension than he would hope, so he's going to leave his 357 behind. He is going to bring along a very nice belt buckle, though. Okay. And dress pants.
And dress pants. So you boys, well into your age, while one looks younger and the other one doesn't, you both kind of have the same rough generation. And you're looking quite sharp for your age. The Uber arrives. You see a man sitting in the driver's seat, waiting for you to get into the vehicle.
What kind of car is it?
It's a Toyota Corolla.
That's acceptable. Yes.
Could have been worse. Could have been a Honda.
Wait, it's a Toyota Corolla?
Yeah.
And you're having me and Vance get in it?
Yes.
Are we gonna fit?
Fine.
Roll for performance check to see if we could fit in the Toyota sedan.
You're fine. You both can sit in the back seat. How tall are you guys?
Vance is easily about 6'2".
Okay.
Roy's about 6 foot even.
Okay. It's a little like leg tight, but you're fine. Honestly, I cannot relate. I don't really entirely know exactly how tight it's going to be, as my 5-foot ass can fit no problem.
That'll be the last time that you have been in a Toyota Corolla with two very large burly men.
It's been a few years since the vid.
You know, Vance, I think we could have fit in here a little better if you didn't have such a fucking ostentatious buckle accessory.
I like to make a statement when there's something interesting going on.
Fair enough, Grandpa. Let's roll.
You're not exactly speaking quiet with your dress with that leather.
I think we'll be fine.
You're sporting it. Slay Queen. This is Vance's attempt at, like, appealing to the younger generation. Because he still, despite the fact that Roy is a little bit on the older side, he still kind of views him as somewhat of a kid.
Roy doesn't understand why you want him to slay a queen.
So
This is a non-violent party. I thought we said we were leaving the weapons behind.
Oh God.
Why are we slaying people already?
Oh look, we've already got a name. The Burger Boys. Let's go.
So you two gather yourselves, get into this little tight sedan, and ride your way to the lovely downtown Memphis, where you find yourself to the Orpheum Theater. All right. All right. So at the edge of the gaslit veins of South Main Street, there's a neon flickers of the dying stars, and the streetcars groan with old ghosts. Where that stands a palace of velvet and shadow, the Orpheum Theater. By day, it hosts musical and matinees, tourists and ushers, popcorn applause. But by night it becomes sacred. The Orpheum is no mere relic. It breathes. It heartbeats behind the curtains, between the red velvet seats and beneath the woods of its ancient stage. Every chandelier, every golden cherub carved into the walls watches, not with pity, but with patience. You step inside, both of you, and the hush takes you. The world outside vanishes, buried beneath the layers of time and theater dust. The lobby gleams with polished marble and brass railings, a monument to a city that still clings to its former glory. When you step inside, wrong line. The true court lies deeper, the auditorium. You walk inside and you see other kindred along the rows of red velvet chairs stretched towards the dark stage like worshippers before the silent altar. There at the center, on the stage, you see a seat. A single seat that stares out to the audience, empty at the moment. Not gilded, not gaudy, just black wood, red cushion, and an aura that even keeps centuries old. Kindred from speaking out of turn. You see above balconies coiled like serpents, where harpies whisper from the dark, and court's unseen players watch with sharpened eyes. Below, dressing rooms and trapdoors hid everything from wine cellars to execution chambers. The Orpheum is Elysium, not just because the prince says so, but because no one dares call it otherwise. You all enter into this Elysium. From the lobby, it is full with kindred. The auditorium is full with kindred, and you are greeted at the door by a gentleman and a woman. The woman has an iPad, and the gentleman looks more like bodyguard, bouncer, security. Both of them smell human. She is very pretty. She has dark caramel skin. Her hair is black like obsidian, and she has a tablet in her hand, and she's dressed quite formal. And your names?
Well,
Vance
I'm
Newland.
Roy Stapes.
And she'll look to you, Vance. You, sir?
Vance Newland.
She'll use the pen, it's an Apple pen, it's an iPad, and she's just going to look like she's checking things off or hitting buttons or on the screen, and she says, "You may enter. Welcome to the Elysium." The gentleman that's with her will step aside and allow you entry without issue.
Vance proceeds to lead the way in.
You see
Royal
again,
file suit.
as you see, dozens of kindred. You see waiters with glasses of red liquid on their trays. It looks like, of course, it's obvious. It's definitely not red wine. It is blood. There is a bar where somebody is working behind, where a fellow kindred would go for something very specific that they may inquire. It is now your ball game. What would you like to do at this moment? Would you like to go to the bar? Would you like to find somebody interesting? Are you just going to be a bunch of little flies on the wall? My southern just came out there. My apologies.
Well,
Vance is. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
oh, you're good. Go ahead.
All right. Vance is going to make his way over to the bar to inquire if there's a variety of the type of blood being served. As he's definitely an individual that tries to preserve his humanity and feed only on animal blood. So he's going to try and find a menu.
You arrive, and the bartender looks at you as you inquire of a menu, and he goes, "We do not have a menu. What do you want? What is your taste require?"
Let's see, I'm trying to find a good meal, especially at this wonderful establishment, and I was hoping I get to know where you're getting the drink sourced from.
We get it from variations, volunteers, blood bags, blood donors. What are you looking for?
Grass fed, if you know what I mean. Preferably animal sort.
There's a moment that you can kind of you can kind of see it when you mention grass fed. He took it just like a second later. You can see a little bit of a slight distaste on his expression. But he goes, "We do have that." One moment. So he'll go to the back of the bar and he's going to go and retrieve what it is that you require. And he comes back with a glass. For your vegan types.
Vance is going to pick up the glass and do a little sniff to inspect the contents.
It's blood. Definitely not human blood.
Is Vance familiar with the smell enough to determine what it is?
You're gonna have to roll for that.
Okay.
Hold on. Let's see which one it is. Roll me wits. Medicine.
It's medicine. That's an interesting one.
You're trying to determine which blood it is.
All right.
With a 3 success, you can determine this is cow's blood.
Good enough for this old bag of bones. And Vance will reach into his pocket and pull up a couple of sleeves of currency and push it over the bar over to the bartender. Much obliged. He leaves a very, very heavy tip.
All right. The bartender will nod and go back to attending the other guests.
Vance will continue to just kind of sit by the bar and just observe kind of proceeding to be a little bit of a fly on the wall just from the comfort of the bar seat and just watching the progression while sipping on his glass of cow's blood.
All right. Now, Roy, you wanted to do something in particular.
Well, I kind of just wanted to see what the sights were.
Okay.
I'm not too familiar with the politicking around here, so I just kind of wanted to get the lay of the land.
You do have, uh, vampire and kindred kind of talking to each other. You have a good variety. There are also, if you notice, some stand out a little more than others. There's not just Camarilla here. Even if they're trying to be formal, they don't. Their body language does not read Camarilla. There's also anarchs. So, if you want to roll for somebody who's very specific, or try to find somebody who stands out, kind of get an idea of who's here, go ahead and roll me a wits awareness to kind of see what's going on.
Awareness.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
The old classic.
All right, for a 2 success. Okay. There are those who kind of stand out more than others. They're quite obvious in their appearance, and their attitude. You see a very familiar face. She's kind of very enthusiastic, very vocal in her conversations. She's quite loud. She stands out. A 2 is not gonna, you see her in. You see Alice, the black and white haired woman who traveled with you from Nashville, bringing 6 to your abode.
All right. Well, that's one friendly face.
You also see this figure will stand out the most. While they are quiet, they're not dressed like the others. They are dressed in. Why is there a nun in the Elysium? Is she a nun? Could she be a nun? She's definitely dressed for modest and almost with religion attire. However, there are no crosses on her clothing. Oh my god.
Music stop again.
No, the cat paused it. Because he's trying to cuddle. Hold on, guys.
He said, "Wait, there's a nun. I need a better description of that. Go on."
Need to focus on this. Cats seem to have a type.
How did you impart your cats with religious trauma so early on?
Fuck. Okay, let me go ahead and get to Pinterest. She's here, isn't she? I thought I saved her image. Oh no, is the image no longer available? I'm wondering if that's the case. Because I don't see it. I'm looking for it. Well, you don't see much of her physical appearance. Oh, here she is. Found her.
There we go.
So she has tannish skin. She is very modest in her appearance, with layers, and her long black hair drapes back down her back. It's quite curly. I will post her in Vampire Chat. And she's quiet as she observes everyone in her area.
Well, maybe she's not none. Maybe she's one of them there costume players I done heard about.
Costume players.
Costume players. Could be
Like
one of
Keo
them
just
characters.
dry heaved in the chat after hearing that.
But either way, I see a friendly face, and that kind of gives me some sort of stability around here.
Okay. So you see Alice.
Mhm.
She's talking. She has a glass of red blood in her hand, and she's just chatting away to a figure that is very androgynistic. Short blonde hair. They are obviously wearing glasses. Indoors and at night. Very beautiful.
Well, now that is a pretty man. Or, well,
This is an accurate reaction.
it is an accurate
100%
reaction.
valid.
They're wearing, to the audience, they are wearing a lovely red blazer with a high black turtleneck with a chain. Very, honestly, they're gaudy golden earrings. The hair is nicely slicked back. Very voluminous. Red sunglasses indoors. And they are wearing makeup. A little bit of lipstick, some blush, some eyeshadow. They're perfectly trimmed.
Well, that might be a second friendly face. I don't know him, but
Androgynous, thank you, that word. Androgynous.
Now, I could see where one person is that I know is talking. I might try to approach them to see if I can get a better lay of the land.
Okay, so you approach Alice.
Yep.
As you approach, she is talking about the newest series of paintings that she is painting. She's been inspired by some dreams she's been having that she's not sure where they're coming from. Maybe it's visions, but she's been inspired by them, and it's quite macabre, I guess, horror, and she thinks it's beautiful. And the figure is just smiling and nodding. Who's Gina? Wait, what?
Oh, I was trying to go with Gina as the pronunciation.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Don't mind me, proceed.
Okay. And when you approach, Alice will immediately, like she knows, like, you're there for a moment. She looks at you, smiles, I said back, "Oh, hi, Roy."
Howdy. You happen to know what all this is about?
Well, it's the Elysium.
Right, is it normal to be ordered to be here, or is that just...
If the prince wants you here, then the prince wants you here. But, not everybody shows up. there are exceptions.
All right.
All
So is
kindred are invited.
this where I get in trouble for heaving in her basket?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, that takes a little bit of some edge off.
Oh, good. It's nice to see you
Sweet.
again.
Nice to see you as well. What's the purpose of this shindig?
It's meant for networking, announcements, getting to know all your kindred neighbors.
It was kind of like a potluck.
Yeah, kind of like a potluck. Just with blood.
Over here at the Camarilla fish fry.
The Camarilla fish fry. Oh, heaving in her basket, the trash can.
I thought that was a euphemism.
Nope.
No, actually, yeah.
Hey, baby, you want me to heave in your basket?
No, I've upchucked the burgers I ate in their waste basket.
I don't think it's that much of a problem. Maybe next time, don't heave in the prince's trash can.
I had to get rid of it somewhere and was somewhat inconvenienced for the night, so I figured tit for tat.
Yeah. Well, she goes, I hope there's no punishment for you. This happens though, anybody who yeah. So
Alright, well, I'm gonna mosey about and try to get my bearings here. Anywhere you think I should start?
I would recommend going into the auditorium. I know that's where like the big part is, where the prince makes their announcements. I would say go to the I believe you are blue blood. Is that correct? Ventru.
Venture, yeah.
Okay. I would say go to the Ventru. I would say recommend communicating and talking with the Ventru Primogen, but the Ventru Primogen is the prince, so.
I see.
And you are at this
All right.
moment kind of being stared at by this figure that's with her.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be. Hi, my name's Roy Stapes, and you are.
Are you bringing your hand out to shake?
Yep. The hand is coming up to
I
shake.
figured as much. They will look down at your hand, and then they'll look back up at you. Soren Vale, the Torador Primogen.
Toradors, the which ones again?
The beautiful ones. The ones about beauty and looks, and they're the social butterflies.
Yeah, that about checks out.
It's a pleasure, I think.
They go shake their hand.
Yeah, they're gonna shake your hand.
Very cool. All right.
Is Roy
Well,
gonna give a southern handshake or just a regular handshake? Because if the Toradors are as bougie as I think they are, Soren's about to have a crushed hand.
Yeah, no, it's everybody gets a firm handshake.
So did you bring did you bring your other coterie with you? Hopefully they did show up. Important meetings, important announcements. We gotta be here for announcements. That's why we have to be here.
Well, the letter just said me specifically. I didn't see anything else for anybody. So.
Well, I know
They
6
wanted
was
to
told. Well, your whole coterie was invited. I do know that 6 could not be here for the risk of his caitiff for being, his clan. We just want to make sure to kind of get get him a good reputation before inviting him to a full room full of kindred who may not like his kind. You know, just in case.
Oh, he'd have been protected.
I know you would have. I adore it so much. Thank you for protecting him. He is really a good a good.
He's a funny little fella.
Yes. Well, why don't you guys? I do know she looks at her phone real quick to check the time. I do know that the announcements are supposed to start in about 10 minutes, give or take, and then we can mingle again. If you want me to introduce you to anybody, do not hesitate. I've kind of, since I left the Anarchs and joined the Camarilla, I've kind of really integrated myself into society.
Fair enough. I'll be sure to ask you if anything comes up.
Of course. And
He said our Primogen was the prince. And then he's
Yes.
gonna walk off.
Yes, the Ventru Primogen is the prince. So, is there any Vance? Is there anything in particular that you want to do at this Elysium while you're drinking your cow blood?
Vance is mainly just going to sit in the bar and observe.
Okay.
He's not really out looking for social interactions, but he's expecting people to maybe come across him and maybe have a chat, so he's leaving himself kind of open to anyone who passes by, but
Okay.
his focus is really just to be here upon the request, just to heed it.
Okay. As you're doing this, by the way, slake 1 hunger for drinking blood. You're
Yay.
down to 1 hunger.
Nice.
For anybody who is new to the to the World of Darkness or Vampire, vampires are always at 1 hunger unless they decide to kill somebody. They drain them to death. So that's the only way you could be 0 hunger. So every vampire is always at 1 hunger at least. So,
Part of the intermittent fasting program.
So as you do, I would like you to roll me a wits awareness, trying to take a look at your surroundings.
Alrighty. Bro's not paying attention.
2's actually pretty good. 2's not too
Okay.
bad at all. You see in the mix, kind of, bodyguards. It's not difficult to see bodyguards or men of security. They are not dressed up like the man at the front door, as they're a little bit more, their security is for the social event, for the prince. And these vampires are security, and they are not for the prince. They're all wearing very similar outfits. They're wearing like dark blue attire, and they're surrounding one person in particular. Hold on, I'm trying to get to the image.
Mhm.
While they're wearing dark blue, you see a young man in a white suit holding a glass of red wine, probably something fancy, and with short white, kind of like to the ears. You recognize this person. This is the person that sired you and left you to the gangrels. Left you to be the dog you are. He's about in his late teens, about 18, 19, if he was 20 when he was sired. And you see him amongst the crowds, judging everybody, assessing everybody. Who can be his pawn? And as you stare at him, you know that feeling when you know somebody's looking at you? He clocks it, and his head will turn to look at you. And as soon as he sees you, he grins, and you see his already fangs.
Vance is going to kind of shift over to the bartender and request, "Hey, you got another one of those drinks, but perhaps with a cow that died of alcoholism?"
No, we don't have that. We could probably
Shit.
mix it.
No need. I'll stomach it. Should have imagined someone of his stature would be here.
I mean, all kindred is invited. Though I would love to see us a bot walk in these doors.
Vance is gonna kind of avert his gaze and continue drinking from Ira.
As you do this, he'll start to approach. He's this slender figured, young looking individual who's leading his own family's, I guess, business, as you are well aware. Ah, if it isn't Vance, how many years has it been?
Not enough, it seems. And if it isn't Ira, the snake that slipped out my damn hands.
Oh,
Found another rock to slither under?
Yeah, a really big rock that I can sit on, where I look down at dogs like you.
Good. I like them out in the open. Snake shot tends to do the trick.
He's just looking at his guard, his entourage, his security, and he laughs. Always such a funny man, Vance, especially at your age.
Well, after enough years, you start to develop a sense of humor and come up with your own jokes.
Ah.
Glad you decided to bring your boyfriends along.
Yeah. You better be careful with those jokes of yours. You know, last time when you decided to put your nose in places that don't belong. Yeah, remember you're in our world now. You'll probably come across someone not so nice like me.
Oh, believe me, I've come across worse. You're just the only one that's managed to get a little bit of an upper hand.
Sure.
Too bad that hand's too small to wrap around the girth of a penis.
Whoa.
He immediately scowls and his smile fades and he goes to a scowl of just annoyance and anger. You're lucky that
cheer up, kid.
there's no violence in the Elysium.
I'm banking on the fact. Anyways, why don't you go walk along?
He'll wave his entourage, his boyfriends, as he moves away from you.
Wait, were they actually his boyfriends?
No, I said that.
Okay.
All right, so give me just like a couple minutes, guys, and we'll continue in just a second. All right, hang tight for me. I'll be right back.
No problem.
Alrighty.
Entertain the audience.
Quick, somebody get the balls we can juggle.
According to Glitch, apparently they're over on a flatbed being hauled by a Kenworth.
Wait, what?
fucking glitch in chat. It's like has to wheel his balls around in a flatbed. This man. I think they're referring to you.
Oh, why? What?
I don't know. Apparently, Roy did something badass while he was talking to. What was it, Alice?
I don't know. I'm trying to find my Primogen right now.
No. I puked in the princess trash just cause.
Not just cause we had that mission and it was forced, so I had burgers after.
Fucking balders.
Balders. Oh shit.
Also, Glitch, I'm offended that I just had to say penis once and you immediately said, ah, yeah, it's an eater campaign now. Fuck you, dude. Let me insult my sire in peace.
That's valid though. Definitely always insult the sires. Sires get no respect in this household. Look at yourself, you coward.
Aaron, Nicole didn't share a picture of the character I was talking to, but I'll grab it real quick because this is the reference that I recommended for him. So this is the young man that I was speaking to, who is also the reason that Vance is a vampire.
Who's that? Vampire chat? Let me take a look.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'd also be upset and bully them if that was my fucking sire.
Yeah. He's a stuck-up little kid that inherited daddy's money.
I was gonna say, that looks like a child. Let this be a lesson to you folks. When you're young and you get a whole bunch of money, you turn into insufferable Twinkie bastard.
That's the lesson to chat right now. Don't be like Ira. Instead, be like Eater, who is a broke Twinkie bastard.
Or the main lesson here is hating on the rich. Exactly. There we go.
Hating on rich twinks.
Gotta spread the rhetoric where we can.
Vance is going to make it extremely present to the entire vampire population at this Elysium that Ira has small hands. Starts passing on little notes to the people at the bar, like the ones you passed around in elementary school when you're trying to do messages in the middle of class.
Just, kind of take note that everybody else's wine glass kind of sits in their palm and he's got to hold it with both hands sometimes. Just get that. It's just struggling with the teacup type deal. You got soft hands, boy. Real supple.
You gotta drink. He's gotta drink his real supple Oh, now I wish that there's opportunity for Vance to say us I see you drinking your blood out of a bottle with a nipple.
I'm back.
Hi, welcome back. We're in the middle of insulting Ira.
Awesome. Sorry. All right. As you guys are intermingling within the group, Vance trying to stay away from his sire. Roy, observing the environment,
I was actually
suddenly,
hunting for my primogen.
oh, you're hunting for your primogen.
Yep, they said I should talk to her.
Oh no, she said she would suggest you talking to your primogen. However, your primogen is your prince.
Well, I mean, the title means nothing to me. That's my primogen. I gotta go talk to her.
Okay.
I don't know where they are though. So yes, I'm scanning for them.
So you have to really roll for this. In the lobby, you definitely do not see the prince. The prince stands out. You've met her. She's tall. Her hair is unnaturally ethereal. And she has a presence that will shut the room down immediately. No prince in the lobby.
I'll just keep my eyes out there.
Okay. Suddenly, the lights in the lobby go from this warm glow of, orange, like yellowy orange, like a typical light bulb, to red. As this is kind of your first Elysium, don't really quite know, but everybody starts to stop talking and turn to head into the auditorium.
Yep, looks like it's showtime. I'm gonna go get Vance.
Okay. It's not hard. Vance is at a bar.
Thank Christ he don't got a whiskey thing.
Unfortunately, not anymore.
Yeah, let's get going. Apparently, this shindig's about to kick off.
Very well. Vance will get up from his chair and leave his empty glass behind and walk up with Roy.
All right. So you guys go to the auditorium where you see the rows of red velvet seating. The balcony already has multiple kindred in there being served blood. You recognize on Roy, one of the balconies does contain that Torador Primogen that you met with Alice. And Alice is sitting with them, just as giddy as a schoolgirl.
I'll wave up to them.
She waves back.
There we go.
And now you are faced in front of a stage. Where do you want to? Where would you want to sit? Front row, mid, back, all the way to the back? Did you want to try to steal a balcony?
I mean, I guess this seems kind of important. I mean, what? Maybe a middle seat?
Okay. Vance, did you want a middle seat too? Or do you want somewhere more in the back? Or do you want directly in the front?
Vance is going to stick close to Roy for now, but he definitely would prefer to be a little bit further back so he can constantly have his eyes on a swivel, just as per his previous profession's training. But he's going to go ahead and sit in the middle while constantly just kind of glancing backwards every once in a while.
See what's behind you. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you guys sit in the middle. And this room is lit in red. The lights are red. The fire is red. The seats are red. And I will now change the tune. I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit so I can talk. Okay. As you all sit there, and you kind of are keeping an eye on your air surroundings, the auditorium is suddenly gets very, very quiet. There were murmurs. There were like people talking. You can catch a hear of going like, there are some going, "Oh, I cannot wait to see what the prince says," or "I can't wait for any announcements or any kind of updates of anything going on socially," and blah blah blah. And there's some people going, "I hate this fucking bitch. Why the fuck did the prince leave this bitch in charge?" Blah blah blah. There are a mixture of disdain as well as approval. Typical for politicians at this point. You sit there and suddenly a figure walks on the stage. You see this figure as Roy. You've met this figure. And she is not alone. She is tall, slender. She's wearing a fitted suit that is tailored to her shape in perfection. It is red. She is wearing red today with a black tie, boots that come up to her knees. She has various gold jewelry along her fingers, but she keeps herself simple. It's like the jewelry may have actual significance to her. She wears a very, very light makeup. She's preferred the more natural look, as she is not a glamorous person. She's a person that leads and the person that commands. Her hair is pulled up into a ponytail that drapes so down like a cape. And she is surrounded by two men. You see another slender man with short brown hair and glasses. Roy, you have met this man. On his back, he has a gun, and he is never without it, as it is his job to be the sheriff among the Camarilla. His name often whispers in the streets, as he has made quite the reputation for himself as a feared individual. Not like the previous. Not like the previous sheriff, Black Cat. Sorry. I'm gonna go back that song because apparently my Spotify has a mind of its own. His fear is the more of some with respect and others with distaste. But he is not outright fear of horror. He commands the room just as much as the queen, just as much as the prince. And the other figure next to her is a Spaniard man with a beard, or like a soft like facial hair, wavy black hair. He's also wearing a suit as well, but he definitely wears and stands with old Spaniard lineage. And she sits in her throne, crosses her leg over the other, not like she's trying to be sexy, but more of a, I am now placed, and you're gonna listen to everything I say. Her eyes will now trail amongst the crowd, examining each and every face, smirking at those who scowl, nodding to those who smile.
And Roy wave when she gets to his row.
Yes. When you wave, she perks a brow at this. It's odd. When there's a prince, you think of, and it's royalty, technically, but you just treated her like a friend and not like your ruler. She gives a nod in your direction. Hello, kindred. I am glad to see those who decided to arrive. Sad to see those who did not. Today will mark the first Elysium under my rule. As you all have known, I have announced my rules and my laws. I am glad to see that most of you have successfully honored them. But however, there are those who have not. And before any kind of announcement, I want to bring two individuals to my stage. I would like to have a conversation with you two. I would like Leon Strogoff and Elena Strogoff to step onto the stage, please. If you do not, I will have you forced. And do not try to run.
They got names.
I was about to say, Vance is gonna lean over to Roy like, Strogoff.
Bo brain cell hard at work.
Oh, you were kidding when you said you had two himbos on the Camarilla.
Two himbos? I think the entire party is a group of himbos.
Can we just, are we just slightly loud enough to be heard over the hush of the crowd just kind of cracking up?
You know what? Yes. You get a look from Marcus and shakes his head. He doesn't say a word. He just looked, not Marcus, Marcelo, which Roy, you've met Marcelo, which is the Spaniard.
I think I should have met both of them.
Yeah,
like that night in the room.
You have met Alex and you have met Marcelo. But Marcelo, however, will shake his head at you in a subtle gesture that this is not the time. Oh my god, Eater. Two individuals will rise from the front and will step onto the stage. You see middle-aged man and woman. They both definitely have some form of money. They wear elegant, nice Italian suits. Shoot him in the foot. That's a warning.
Hey, it was both of us. This time it's not just my fault, Glitch. Fuck you.
And she will look to the two of them as they sat there. And then look out to the audience with these two in her presence. I don't care if you hate me. I really don't care. And I definitely don't care if you love me. My job is to keep order. Just obey my laws, and everything will be fine. Do not break the masquerade. Everything will be fine. However, when you plot to go against me and start acting on those plots, I have a problem. We have a problem. Isn't that right, Leon. I said name Leon. I think I named Leon. Leon and Elena. I've had my eye on you two for a little bit. Nothing goes unheard from this city. I have eyes everywhere. Both of them will have their head down and like snarl at the prince. You both have been found guilty of treason. Treason against the Camarilla and treason against the Masquerade. Do you have any final words before your execution? I will give you just that. And you see the woman will just shoot her a look and go, your reign in the city will not last very long, you bitch. And the prince will immediately go to the side of her seat, the quote-unquote throne that she sits upon on the auditorium, on stage. She'll grab it's a blade, and it's slightly curved. Hold on. I'll explain it.
Is it the one from the second reference you provided?
No. Okay, not curved. I'm sorry. So there's a hilt to it, and it has the basic. I'm not a sword person. Jake will have a better description if he was here looking at it. But anyways, so you have the hilt, and the way the blade comes in from the is it called crossguard? I believe it's the guard, the one that blocks blades from coming to your hand. It starts off normal and it curves, it kind of expands outward to a point. I'll post an image of what it looks like. I believe it's called crossguard. Thank you. Let me go back to our channel. Side crossguard. She'll pull it out from the sheath, and with a very swift motion, both of their heads go falling and flying off the stage into the crowd.
Ooh.
As their bodies tumble forward, blood will spill onto the stage at her feet. She takes a simple step back to prevent her shoes from getting bloody. However, her face does have a spatter of blood across the cheek and chin. She'll look to a couple of the security guards. She's not going to look to her sheriff, and she's not going to look at her companion, the other next to her. Take their bodies outside and let the sun deal with it.
Vance will kind of lean over to Roy and be like, well, I guess the violence thing was a suggestion.
Yeah, well. I guess you could say they really ain't broken off no more.
Now, to the rest of this. Make this be a warning to those who wish to cross me. I chose to take this execution in my own hands and not the hands of my sheriff. However, I will not hesitate to have him kill you if you decide to break the laws and go against me as a whole. There will be no rebellion in this city. No more fire, no more bodies. This city has had enough. You don't like it? Leave. I don't think my sheriff will have an issue putting a bullet in the next person's head. Now, I'm glad that you all are arrived. From the anarchs to those who have chosen to stay undecided, and the Camarilla. Memphis is a city that we all share. I would like to keep the order between us all. And then she starts talking on the reciting the laws that she has given of no more siring unless given permission. No sabbats can be given shelter. If you are, you'll be dead. No vampire breaching, no vampire masquerade breaching. Simple laws. Her laws are pretty simple. She doesn't go into too much detail, as you all should have some form of common sense. Then, finally, after a while, it comes to an end. She gets up. The stage starts getting cleaned up, and the light's no longer red. Give me a sec.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Backstage, we all come to a scene where Theodosia is now cleaning off her face, and she'll look over to her sheriff. So, anything I should know about in this other city since I haven't talked to you since the last time?
Nothing I don't currently have handled. A suspicious group and nothing more.
All right. I trust you to take care of that, no problem.
Of course, my prince.
You know, I would have let you put a bullet in their head, but I kind of took the pleasure of making an example. Sorry to take the glory from you.
My ammunition's expensive. You did me a favor.
Good. Uh, if you don't mind for me doing this for me, I would like you to retrieve Roy Stapes and Vance Newland as well and bring them backstage. I do want to talk to them.
That's the feral policeman and the teddy bear Ventru, right?
Yes. I
The
never...
fuck you call it feral?
Yes.
I can do that, my prince.
I do appreciate it. She'll clean off her blade to prevent any blood from damaging prolong on the blade itself. And she sits backstage and waits.
Alexander will make his way out to retrieve the neonates.
Vance and Roy, you see everybody starting to get up, and they start to mingle amongst themselves again in the auditorium. You hear the whispers. and suddenly you are approached by one of the men who were next to the prince.
Mrs. Stapes, Mr. Newland, the prince would like to see you.
Well, that's a coincidence. I was actually looking for that. Versus Primogen and such. Told I should talk to him.
I'm not sure what she wants to do with me, but I'll go
Could be
ahead and follow
anything.
along.
Probably wants your belt buckle.
It is quite dashing.
I'm sure it is quite a fetching belt buckle. Now, please. Best not to keep the prince waiting.
Yep, let's get a move on. Let's hustle up.
Sure now.
Alexander will lead them to the prince.
No time to stroke off.
The worst part is I was thinking it.
So
This is a real Gryla moment for Whispering Winds.
all right, let me turn up Jake. Give me I'm trying to glitch. Hold on a second.
Apparently we're already sorted. I just turned my gain up.
Okay.
Should be fine.
Okay, cool. So, you lead him backstage where you see the prince is now drinking a glass of red. It's actually wine that is actually infused with blood. It's something that is known within the Tremere. She had one specifically made for her with her particular type of blood that she requires, as she is the Ventru Primogen. Ah, thank you, Alexander.
You will nod and find a place in the room to stand and haunt.
Oh my god.
Howdy there. Nice to see you again.
Roy, I'm sorry to tell
Yeah.
you, I do not have a trash can in my vicinity for you to throw up in again.
Oh, you're good. I already had. I didn't have burgers today. Not yet, anyhow. Bit early on.
Good. She looked over
Shit,
to
you had
Vance.
burgers without me?
She looked to Vance as you say that, and she goes, "Well, I'm glad that you are here. Though I am disappointed to see that half of your coterie is not here. Sadly, I do understand why Six is not. And your other companion, do we have any idea of where he is?"
6?
Hiding in his haven, Mom.
Oh.
Okay. Well,
Uh,
go ahead.
frankly, only one of us was stated to be here by necessity, so I came on my own volition.
Good. I wanted your coterie here, regardless of just asking one person. The invitation was for all to tell you where to be. I do thank you, Roy, for accepting Six into your coterie. He needed a home and a place to learn.
Yeah, even gave him his own coffin. You getting along swimmingly.
She looks over to Alex. Coffin?
It's something the New Age do.
Wait, what do you mean the New Age?
Well, I was only done a few years ago. None of us sleep in coffins.
Wait. You mean to tell me that I don't have to sleep in a coffin?
Nope, you're sleeping in your own padded fridge of your own volition.
Well, shit, I was sleeping in the washing machine just last week.
You strike me as the type.
You'd be surprised how I can get fit in there. The same way I got into the Corolla that took us here.
Is that why the spin cycle don't work no more? You fucked up. Goddamn Tumblr.
I had a little trouble at one time, okay? I could fix it.
All right. I feel like we're getting off track here.
Good point.
No
Anyways, to what do we owe the privilege of having backstage passes?
Merely to have a word regarding 6. Not.
Can't have him back.
I can have him anywhere I want.
Nope, Ophelia likes him. You have to talk to her about that.
And who's Ophelia?
That would be their ghost, Mom.
Ah. Oh. So that's the spirit that was haunting that location. Interesting. I see that they came out to you. That probably means something special. But I do thank you for taking him in. I wasn't sure who to place him if he passed his little test. But then I thought of your group. You're not quite like the rest of the Camarilla. But I do thank you. How is he doing so far?
I think he's adjusting well enough.
But
Haven't heard no complaints, but he's a shy boy. But I think he'd voice up if he had any concerns.
But there have been a bit of a rise in oddity in the city in the last, say, few weeks. My sheriff is well aware that there are things going on. He's keeping tabs. I am also putting the network out and the Nosferatu out also to keep an eye on things. We're not quite sure what's going on, but we want to stay ahead of it. I maybe, when she nods to you, Roy, you have quite capabilities. And she looks to you, Vance, and I know you have a reputation and skill. I may be calling upon you when things arise.
I know my way around the streets a bit.
I know you do. I have a folder on you.
Most people do.
As a prince, you need to know who you're dealing with in your territories.
Roy is visibly trying to stop himself from cracking up.
But keep an ear out when I call for you. But there is one person I was wondering. She looks to Roy. You have a particular skill of interacting with others. It's quite unique.
How do you mean there?
You have a unique approach to others. You wave to me while in the audience.
Yeah, you look.
Yes.
Astounding.
There is I'm noticing a bit of a group. Marcel is the one who's been informing of me of this. They're not Camarilla. They're outsiders. They're the ones who are not I guess you would call them unclaimed. Gangrel are often, and in some cities often do not have them within the community. They're often outsiders. So, but this group is their group of outsiders. I'm unsure of them if they're a threat. I was wondering if you are able to help keep an eye on them. One of them was here.
One of them was here. Like,
Yes. She
Hmm.
she dresses as if she has some form of religious
oh, the costume player.
she looks again to Alex. Costume player? I
He's
know I've been asleep for like almost 200 years.
He's looking for the term cosplayer. It means adult that likes to dress up.
This modern age is so confusing.
Bobby
I'm
would
just
have
getting a
given you a
wrangle on it,
migraine, my prince.
I need to keep watching. What's that called? The talk tick?
The fuck is this?
Close enough, my prince.
God, we're all old here.
Alexander slowly realizing he might be the youngest man in this room.
You know, if I have any trouble, I usually ask Six, and he can do something called the Google it, and that's pretty handy.
You have to know what Google is.
I don't know what Google is.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I think the term is googly eyes. It's the thing that the kids
I
use
will-
whenever they want to look silly.
You wanted to give them a job, my prince? Are you sure?
I'm starting to second guess myself. Yes.
This room ended up being a lot sillier than I expected.
My prince, I have just had an immediate notification to be raised aware. We should probably keep all of our kindred away from the Bass Pro Shop pyramid for the foreseeable.
What's the Bass Pro Shop pyramid?
She looks okay.
Get your friend Six to do the Google of it. Shapeshifters spotted,
Yep.
multiple,
Okay.
in plain view.
All right. I will. All right. Put it out to the security. I'll get a notation. I get all the notes to the Primogens so that let their clans be aware of the situation.
Yes, my prince.
All right. So, I would like you to befriend this individual. I believe their name is. Back to my notes. Trying to find it.
You good?
Oh wait, what am I doing? It's in Foundry. Hold on.
Surprise!
No, she's not there. Okay.
Surprise, surprise.
Okay, she's not there. It was sister or something. Hold on. Missing. God damn it. Guys, this is the life of a DM.
It really is. The amount of times I've just lost shit to the void.
Yeah, Sister Yvonne. Spelled Yvonne. Yvonne. Befriend her. Find out what she wants. See if she's a threat. Do it subtly. I don't want to put my dear sheriff onto this. He does have a presence about him, and he's well known.
So you said subtly, like go covert friendship, or can I just talk to him like normal?
I mean, you can definitely talk to him like normal, but don't let them be aware of what your goal is, please.
You just said to make friends with him.
makes this expression of disbelief.
I believe what the prince is asking you to do is make friends with them so you can get information out of them, relay it back to us if anything comes out of line.
Exactly.
And purely because I'm concerned, what do you mean subtly compared to just make friends with them? What would the subtle approach be? This is important in case we need to assign you to a subtle mission. What is
I mean,
subtle
our
to
last mission
you?
was pretty subtle. Last mission was
Didn't
pretty subtle.
didn't you have a full-blown conversation with them in their hallway after breaking and entering?
I mean, yeah, but didn't get above raised voices.
Jesus Christ.
This will be fine.
Vance will kind of nudge over to Roy to kind of cool down the situation. Tell you what, you get the friending part down, and I can take care of the information part.
That's doable.
Good. Good. I know she is here, so I was just starting there. Be friendly. Be quirky, as you all are.
Reminds me, you mentioned quirky. They said I should talk to my primogen, and they said that was you. I don't
Yeah.
know what all that means.
Each clan contains somebody who's ahead of them. They have a leader.
Mhm.
I am your leader.
Mhm.
Not just in the city overall, but also the one who is in charge, or at least to keep everybody in line within the Ventru clan. I am your primogen.
Right, right.
Just
If
as
it helps you,
Oh,
Go ahead.
if it helps you understand, think of all of the clans as different branches in a business. The primogens are the managers, the prince is the CEO. In this case, the CEO also serves as your branch manager.
fair enough. Fair enough. Owner operated. I get you. Small business like.
Tight knit. Everybody knows everybody.
And what did you want to talk about?
I don't know. She just said to talk to the primogen. I don't rightfully.
Who told you this?
Quirky, bubbly, does some wickedly cruel art.
Alice.
Yep, that's the one.
I think. Did she say talk to your primogen in the Elysium?
Well, yeah.
I'm gonna have a chat with her. Typically, approaching the prince for a casual conversation is a bit of a faux pas.
Well, she did say something about being the prince, but I figured it was all right since we already talked once before.
You are friendly.
Is that not the norm?
How long have you been turned?
Let's see here. It's been a while.
Put it in years. If you can't do that, months.
What's the last? What's the word we were around when you returned? That's what
Most
she
himbo
asked.
way of responding to that question. It's been a while.
I'm probably pushing. God, you guys keep track of these numbers. Just finished storming Italy, so 80, I think. 75.
That's why you don't know what Google is. How many people have you killed since being a kindred?
I mean, the number before was already pretty high, but
And soldiers don't count in this house. We're talking murder, not wartime.
Oh, none.
I've been a vampire for 3 years and I'm cracking triple digits. That's the norm.
That's a bit concerning.
Play it safe. Don't be too friendly.
You don't like burgers, do you? I think that's the problem here.
I used to love them.
Yeah.
But then I stopped being able to eat.
Listen. Wait, not everybody can eat?
No.
Now, the youngins, they ain't special like us.
Okay.
How do you get by without a burger at a diner at like 2 in the morning?
I drink a lot.
I drink too. There's milkshakes.
Are you sure they're the best people for this job?
They have a unique approach. I think it would be.
Unique.
Should I send you? If I send you, they're going to be well aware. I mean, I could send Alice, but Alice is Alice.
Vance could easily, like, speak in terms of, like, genuine, like, helpful standards, but is enjoying Roy's banter too much to even bring it up.
Alex will
He's
put
just
his
kind of
glasses
watching.
up. If you just read over the petition for a particular Spaniard, I think they would be able to solve a job like this a lot easier.
She looks over. She looks over to Marcelo. That Spaniard?
A different Spaniard.
Right,
I've
that
had
one.
dealings
That
with
one.
in the past.
She actually becomes a little bit more humbled at this point. Oh. She snaps her fingers. Right, that Spaniard.
The baby Spaniard.
Wouldn't fire be involved? We don't want to have fire in this. We've already have enough Memphis burned down. Well, I was asleep.
No, I meant for the embrace, my prince. That way we get him and less fire. Win-win. A conversation for another time.
She's actually thinking about this. Good idea. What do you think? Oh, we'll have a conversation about this later. Anyways, have a conversation with her. Try to figure out if they are on our side or if they have some kind of scheme or plot. That's all I ask.
Yeah, no, we can. I think we can do that. What do you think? Thanks.
Eater. I think my cats just came in on that one. They're roughhousing. I saw my light up when they went rare. Okay. She'll actually finish her entire glass of blood wine. Put the glass down. Just do this. I think you are probably the better people to do this, in my opinion, as you don't give off we're the cops. Okay? Okay.
Mildly ironic, but say less.
Well, you know what they say. Hey, Cab.
I mean more Roy.
Vance will kind of roll his eyes and actually kind of interject now, just to give the Primogen a little bit more confidence. Say less, we'll take care of it.
I do appreciate it. Now, run along.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Vance. As they're kind of walking away, she said that she needed to for us to take care of a problem. She kept saying rise and stroganoff kept coming in mind.
Just before they leave, Alexander would like to go, wait,
Oh shit!
everybody
Yeah.
outside that door has just seen me come and collect them and bring them to a private meeting to diffuse some of the suspicions. Would you like me to kick them out in a slightly more violent manner?
You see, as she grins. Absolutely.
Grand. Alexander will crack his knuckles. His gun will glow a slight hue of purple. Come here,
Oh
gentlemen.
shit! I thought this was gonna be a brawl.
If we were to fight, it wouldn't be a brawl, it would be a slaughter. Come here, gentlemen.
It's gonna hurt.
Probably. As he
Well,
will unsling the rifle from his shoulders. And as soon as you stand in front of him, will slam you both in the nose with the butt of his rifle.
oh, come on now. It's
It'll
gonna take
heal.
all of 3 seconds.
Will stab his rifle seemingly into the floor. It will sink in about an inch. And then we'll slowly rake it back, causing this awful looking tear that seems like you're staring into a rip in fabric that has exposed space itself. And then he will grab first Roy by the collar and throw him through, then Vance by the collar and throw them through. And you will find yourselves falling from the ceiling of the main Elysium banquet hall.
Oh shit! It had to be hiked.
You all fall from the ceiling, and I want you both to take two superficial. Is that right? Yes. No, aggravated. No, superficial. Superficial damage. One from the hip, from the nose, from the butt, and one for the fall. These are easy peasy. These are basically bruises. Oh my god, sandwich. And I think Alex was gonna say something else, or you were gonna say something else. My apologies.
Alexander will, as he throws them both through, will drink from a little vial, will descend, hovering off the ground, through the portal, and hover in the air above the Elysium Hall, and will call out, "And if you disrespect the prince again, I know where you live." And will ascend back into the portal, and will seal it.
Something tells me they didn't like the stroganoff joke.
That was on you, friend.
So,
No worries.
as you guys are now kind of laying awkwardly in the chairs, because you're kind of like, you fall from the ceiling in the auditorium, everybody's looking at you and they're whispering, like, what the hell just happened? And you do see in the distance, everybody would see a figure will run backstage, a teeny tiny little figure, happy and just giddy. Now you are left to your accord within the auditorium. Bruised, probably a busted nose that'll heal overnight.
Yep. I'm gonna go see if I can get some ice from the bartender.
He's quite helpful. Tip him nicely.
What's a reasonable tip these days, anyhow?
Double the standard.
It's not like he's making burgers back there or nothing, but I get it.
Yeah. They do have plenty of beef over there, so wouldn't surprise me.
All right. Walk up to the bar.
You walk into the lobby to the bar, and the bartender will look at you, look at your bloody nose, like you've been thrown across the room. Strong one?
If you just got some ice, that'd be fine.
No, I do not have any ice. Everything is pretty much kept at temperature.
Strange one you are. All right. Well, I'll you got a wet rag I could use?
Sure. He'll grab a spare rag, and he'll wet it in the sink and hand it to you.
Cold water and a wet rag, just about the same. All right, I'll take that and kind of just hover it over his nose. Keeps. Let's take that moment to kind of just recenter and see if we can see the costume player in the crowd.
All right. So you look. Roll me another wits awareness. My goodness.
You all right?
Yeah, no, Cat. Cat just keeps bumping the mic with her tail because she's trying to get affection.
Oh. Did you need one from me too?
If you want to look for this person, yeah, you're more than welcome to do that. And also,
All right.
I'm not sure if anybody, if for last session, another kind of tidbit for all of World of Darkness, you're able to re-roll or use willpower re-roll if you choose to want to re-roll anything. So how we do it is basically you're able to re-roll up to 3 dice by taking a superficial willpower damage. However, the dice that is re-rolled cannot be a hunger die.
Mhm.
Or rage if
Okay.
you're a werewolf.
Yeah. Vance has no idea who he's looking for.
Okay. Would you like to re-roll it?
I have 4 willpower.
You
Or-
can. I will let you know. Just for anybody else, you can go past superficial and to aggravate it. You are just fine if you want to do that. Willpower also comes back every session.
All right. I'll go ahead and do a reroll
Okay.
just to kind of help out.
Awesome. Rerolling
That's worth
willpower.
it.
Awesome. 3. So, Roy, you're having a little hard time finding them at this moment.
Mhm.
Everybody is a little bit tight knit right now. Rustling and bustling, talking, mumbles, have a conversation of what's going on. However, Vance, you're a detective. You're really good at looking for what you need to find. And you do find a woman standing off, kind of separated from everybody else, but towards like behind people. Is again the woman that the picture in the chat. She's like has her hands folded in front of her, and she's just watching everybody, and she's humming as she is.
Vance will kind of nudge over to Roy. Hey, the individual we're looking for. Dark curly hair, black all around, kind of looks like a pew pounder.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I think it might have a visual on the target.
How the hell did you see anybody in this crowd?
I know my way around big crowds. Did it for a living.
Fair enough.
Well.
Let's kind of puts the rag down on the counter. Let's get moving.
All right. I'll leave the friendly part to you.
Friendly part of me. Act like I'm some sort of smooth talker.
Well, you seem to know your way around women more than I do.
But I do.
You were talking to that one bitch earlier.
Oh,
Bitch. You mean Alice? Oh, come
Alice
on,
what?
man. You can't. The person I was talking to?
Oh.
Or you talking about the other lady? The oh my god. The or no, I didn't get that. What? It's hard to tell. It's a pretty vampire man.
That was a man?
What? No, I don't know. Be honest with you.
Whatever the case. Go
Let's
up to
get a
that
move on.
woman and make a friend.
All right.
I'll be close by.
Start the approach, I guess.
all right.
Feels
So
like Nicole has her fucking head in her hands while we're having this interaction.
honestly, you know many times I just like palm
We're just
my
a bunch of fucking idiots.
oh, vampires. Vampires will be fun, they said. Yeah, I'm joking.
And it's just himbos doing both things.
All right, so you approach Sister Yvonne. Where she is standing there quietly, and well, not really quietly. She's humming. She's humming a tune that is very somber. It's very soft. And she's just watching people, observing them, figuring them out.
Is the tune
Chewy.
recognizable at all?
I'm not gonna have you roll for it. No, it's
Okay.
not. Wait, no. Actually, I'm gonna have you roll for it. You know what?
Okay.
Fuck that. Yeah. Nope. We're gonna have you roll for it. It'll be intelligence, insight. That's from memory.
Bet you dollars to
Um.
donuts and soda pop.
It's the Saja Boys soda pop song.
Swear to God, if this ends up being a good roll. Okay, yeah, I got nothing.
Okay. So, no, you do not recognize this tune at all. Whatever. Yeah.
Vance was attempting to try and like find points to a potential conversation, but unfortunately his social adequacy upon interaction is not quite what it used to be.
Yeah. So Roy, you approach her and she immediately kind of stiffens. And the tune will stop, whatever she's humming.
Didn't mean to frighten you there if I approached too quickly or got too close. Name's Roy Stapes. Now, is this getup of yours Catholicism, or is that one of them costume player deals?
She'll tilt her head for a moment. Costume player? I'm so sorry. I do not know what you mean by that.
Well, I was told it's like adults who like to play dress up.
No. No, I don't play dress up.
Okay, so is it Catholicism then, or what you got going on here? I'm curious.
I guess you could call it Catholicism.
Okay, is it related to worship in some way, shape, or form?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Worship what?
Hmm. Something old.
How old exactly? Because there's old and then there's old,
Since the
especially by
creation of
vampire standards.
since the creation of God.
Since the creation of God. All right, well, now you got my attention.
Oh, what do you mean by that?
Well, I was raised in a God-fearing household.
Ah,
I'm just curious as to what you see or have seen or
well, I've not seen them.
well, you don't have to see to believe. That's the problem.
That is
Um,
very true, and some people just are just not aware of that, or they just fall ignorant.
exactly, and you kind of lose touch with religion, especially once you come into the embrace.
That is true. That is very true.
But you seem to be holding on to it pretty tight, so I wanted to kind of pick your brain about it. If it was Catholicism, or as you said, something older.
Trying to think of how she would react to this. Hold on a second. I'm trying to figure that out. Um,
While this is all happening, Vance is kind of sitting at a table, just listening in and just kind of observing the conversation, see if he can pick out any key points or like body language cues. And also simultaneously like kind of snickering to himself as he's listening to Roy just banter on.
it's older than Catholicism, since the older than the Church Order of the Roman Catholic, if that's what you mean. Older than Christianity by far, and maybe even Judaism. But it all does kind of revolve around God, in a sense. It's all because of Him.
All right. Well, spill. What's the story here?
Oh, I'm sorry. Only those who deem trustworthy can know.
That's fair enough. Everybody's got secrets.
And what about you? You said you have a family of. It's really sad to say. I really hate the term of God fearing. You shouldn't fear what loves
Oh no,
you.
no. That was before the war. That was back when the ticker still worked.
Oh,
Actually, a little bit after when the ticker still worked, but kind of caused you a good deal of pain to do that.
um. And now, what do you believe in?
Flowers, mostly.
Flowers.
Yeah.
Paganism?
Well, I don't quite worship any higher being at the moment, but I plant flowers and occasionally get bullied by a spectral entity to plant more.
It sounds like paganism. Maybe
It's
native?
going.
Vance kind of snaps his fingers. It's like, shit, she's right.
You dabble in nature and spirits. Not all pagans worship a deity. They can worship
True.
a spirit, or a spirit will tell them what to do. Are you a warlock?
I don't believe so.
Oh, okay.
I just kind of dig holes in the dirt and put plants in them and water them at night.
He was locked in a war at one point.
Do you say this?
Vance isn't saying that out loud. He's just
Okay.
thinking that to himself.
Well, you know, why are you so curious uh,
Hmm?
about? Are you just a curious individual, or are you a typical Camarilla or even Anarch? They're all the same, in my opinion. Who, ha, you know, there's always an ultimatum or ulterior motive. My apologies.
My personal beliefs on the system is that it's inherently flawed. Um,
So you think the system is inherently flawed? Where do you lean? Do you lean with those that rebel against the royalty? Or are you one who listens and takes orders from said royalty?
I think it's a healthy mix. You should never not question orders.
Hmm.
Authority without question is, well, dictatorship, and I fought too many of them to go down quietly.
But you don't outright deny them, so I don't take you to be an anarch.
Well, people need order. That much is obvious. Because when we're left to our own devices, we get a bit uppity scuffity.
Hmm. Like it was a few years ago, before I came back to
Yeah,
Memphis. Apparently, there was not enough order, and the city went to hell and chaos.
right, right. But at the same time, too much order, and, well, you get public executions.
Sometimes people are meant to be made as an example, especially the weak ones.
Nah, you leave them weak ones alone. They need protection. It's the duty of the strong to protect the weak.
Fair.
As a society, you're only as good as your weakest link, and if your weakest link is treated like garbage, well, I can tell you a few things about your society as a whole.
Hmm. You're very interesting. Are you
Is that a good thing
sure?
or a bad?
Well, I don't know. Sometimes, in order to survive, you must. The weak sometimes have to be disposed of. They'll just hold you back or hold those who are strong. Unless you take the point of the wolves. Think of a wolf pack. Even the alpha stays behind with the weaker individuals to keep going. I think it always just depends on
There was a
circumstances.
there was a man who wrote a bunch of letters in a
Mhm.
manifesto, and he said, "From each according to their abilities, to each according to their needs." I don't think the weak should ever be downcast and out, even if they are sick and kind of dragging everybody down. You take care of them; they're yours, one of your own. If you have the capability to, you should. And quite frankly, with all the stuff we can do, I don't see why we're disenfranchising our weak.
Are you sure you're a Camarilla?
I made no claim to be Camarilla.
But you're not Anarch.
No, they follow the same system the Camarillas do. They just get angry about it.
I do have a bit of a temper.
You can get somewhere by your own merit, but if your own merit causes you to look down on others, you have no need for what you say you stand for.
And what are your thoughts on the current system?
It could use work. I'm honestly not quite smart enough to work out all the intricacies myself, but You can see what's broken and what might need fixing.
Fair.
While these two are having the conversation, Vance would like to try and like glean anything from the way she's speaking or any of the topics she's bringing up to see if there's any inclination towards one thing or another.
Yeah, it would be what's in sight for that.
What's insight? God, I need more stuff on this. Oop, that's the wrong one. Hang on.
Oh, by the way, whenever you get the chance, please add an academic specialty.
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
To which one?
academics. You have a pip in Wait, did you give yourself a pip in academics for level up?
I don't think I did. I put my pip in leadership
Okay, yeah. So whenever you get a chance,
for my specialty.
give yourself a
Okay.
specialty in academics, please.
All right, I'll re-roll 1 willpower on that.
Oop,
'Cause
I
why
did
not?
not mean to hit the mic.
You're good. All right, that's fine.
Okay. Okay, so 2. For what you for a 2 success, you see with she seems genuinely curious. Um, she is definitely holding back a little bit of something, but you're not entirely sure. And she did say that she's, what she does or whatever is for only those that she can trust. She seems to be enjoying the conversation of whatever Roy is giving to her. She's being truthful. He's different.
Okay. And it's definitely taking note of the fact that she's holding something back, though.
Yep.
Is Roy in a position where he can make potential eye contact with Vance from a nearby distance?
I'm not gonna lie to you. He's completely focused on talking to this person because politics were brought up.
God damn it.
It's almost like he forgot the mission or something.
She's now given a bit of a soft smile, and she goes, "So, what are your thoughts on this new prince that the city has gained?"
It's too early to tell.
Too early.
Hmm.
Fair. She could be the leader that the city needs, or she could be the leader that destroys, just like Rome.
Thing fell more often than you thought.
Yeah.
Beautiful place, though.
Rome? Never been.
Yeah. It's pretty nice. The vampires there are strange.
Oh. How so?
Old. Draconian. Feudal.
I can see that.
Bit stuck in their ways. Yeah.
I mean, it was the Europeans that brought vampires to this country, anyways. They do
This
have
librarian I talked to
Go ahead.
just told me that apparently the myth all started in the myth started in Ireland.
She says the myth of vampires started in Ireland.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about our kind?
Only what I I didn't get along with my sire. I'll say that outright.
Okay.
So everything I know has come from uh, books at the library.
I think you're reading the wrong books.
Well, you could probably point me to the right books, couldn't you?
I could. But if you would like, maybe we can have a conversation. I can tell you what I know and lead you to better direction.
Yeah, it sounds good to me.
All right.
When and where?
Hold on. I'll make sure I get. I got little butts on my keyboard. Hold on.
Mhm.
Gonna give you a very important mission. 30 seconds in the conversation. What mission? This is how people get picked up for cults.
The Claiborne Temple.
Don't worry, Vance is babysitting you from a distance.
Claiborne Temple.
You're
The
doing good.
The Claiborne Temple. We have taken that poor church under our wing to rebuild it after the unfortunate fire last year. Why
Hmm.
don't I am there to help rebuild the church. How about how about in a couple days come by?
Yeah, sure thing.
All right.
It's nice meeting you,
Yvonne.
Yvonne. And Roy will give a slight nod and turn on heel and walk back towards Vance. Why you always look so alone when I'm gone? You got no friends?
I got friends. They're just in the middle of doing a mission.
Mission.
That's like babysitting from a distance. You seem to have been doing a good job.
Right, the mission. Yep. Did a bang up job there.
Oh, you got her
All right.
attention enough to get a location and a time. We'll make use of that.
I think so. I don't know where this. I have to go find where this is on the map.
Does Vance know where the church is?
You've been around. That church is very significant in that city's history.
Mhm.
Yes, you do know where that church is.
Keep the map in your pocket. I know where we're going.
Fair enough. I mean, it's gonna be a few days before we go there, but you know.
Give us time to prepare. I might go ahead
Yep.
and take a little visit just to scope out the place.
Cool. I'm gonna go see if I can catch a red bite before we get home.
I will also
Go for
point
it.
out it is one of the oldest churches in Memphis, still standing. Um, it was opened back in 1891, and it had significance with the Black community and the release of the anti-slave movement. So it is a very
Is
significant
this
church.
hmm, is this information that Vance can glean uh, in any sort of relevance for what he's trying to investigate?
You could. It's been around for a very long time. It is located in downtown Memphis, where you guys are. So it's not too far from you guys. It is located in downtown, where you guys are at the moment. I will also like to point out downtown Memphis. You guys are also, even though this is the Elysium, and this place is a sacred territory for all vampires. It's not just for Camarilla. It is big. You are still going to be leaning yourself into Anarch territory,
Hmm.
which you do have access into Anarch territory as long as no fights, no conflict, nothing. It is against the laws.
Vance is gonna kind of glance over to Roy. Go get yourself something to eat. I'm gonna go for a stroll.
Fair
Vance
enough.
is going to try to make his way over to the general area of the church.
Oh, make sure you're back before dawn. Ophelia gets pissy if we ain't all in the house.
She can bite my shiny glued up ass.
She actually just might. I don't think you want to make that statement.
I'll be timely.
All right. Okay, so we know that Vance is going to go to the church. And Roy, what are your plans to do?
I'm probably gonna go visit someone in the herd.
Okay, that's fine. You're going to call up somebody in your herd. Which
Yep.
I believe you have a librarian that you can go to.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. Whoever's available at the time will do.
Okay. So you're going to stave off one hunger then at that point. Since,
Yep.
your thing.
And then he'll probably head back to the manor.
Okay. Well, then we are going to go to Vance since you're going to investigate the church.
Mm-hmm.
You walk your way through the Anarch territory. And sadly, even at your age and how long you've been in the forest, you still have a presence about you that is unsettling because of authority. You have a bit of authority kind of presence about you. And you arrive at this church that looks like there's been some construction. There are like, what is it, the scaffolding around the building. There is some construction, some like there's a dumpster with some debris that they put things that cannot be repaired and to be thrown away. But there's some work being done on this particular church. But right now, it is late at night. There is no one there. No one's doing any work.
Vance is going to kind of walk around just the exterior of the church and just observe the scaffolding and just see if anything sticks out.
All right. So you kind of look around. Uh, you're looking for something that sticks out. You're not looking for something in specific, so that will be a wits awareness on the location.
All right.
All right. Ah, 2 successes. Nice.
Mhm.
So far you don't really see anything out of the ordinary on the outside. Everything is pretty much the same. Yeah, there's something that stands out for you.
All right. Vance will then kind of look. You mentioned there were some trash bins uh, that were kind of in use nearby.
Yeah, it's basically a big old dumpster that they put debris in.
Vance is going to kind of move over to that and do some general investigation there and try to point out anything within the dumpster that may have been thrown away that
Mm-hmm.
uh, could have significance. Thinking that um, if there is some real potency to this, that they wouldn't have things laying out in the open so easily.
That is true. Go ahead and roll me a wits investigation.
All right. I'm going to willpower
Up to
do
3
those.
dice. I like last time you did it 4. It needs to be 3 dice.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Nice. So I guess that would be. Why did it? Did you by chance right click your roll and did the willpower reroll?
I didn't. No, I left clicked it.
You did? Okay, it didn't show up onto the new dice. So you already had 1 success. No, you didn't have any successes, did you?
No, I had 2 successes.
You did. Now you have 2 more. Why is it doing that? I know you have 2 successes. Let me try something.
Yeah, I had 2 successes on the first one and then 2 on the willpower.
Okay, now, okay, yeah, you're not doing it the way that, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when you right click the ability.
Oh, I had to right click it. Okay.
Yeah, you have to right click it.
All
Don't
right.
worry.
I was left clicking. My bad. Okay.
I will fix your. Whoa. Why is there so many willpowers on yours that's marked off?
Because I did 4. Uh, I did 4 the first time around, and then this one was 3.
No. You do it each time. Only one time. It's
Oh.
1 willpower. Yeah, you're good. It's not like damage, so you've only done it twice. So you're good.
All right.
Holy crap, you're freaking.
Oh, I was sorry.
It's okay. No, I was looking at, I was doing your math all of a sudden. I was like, you're going, oh crap, your willpower.
I was getting rid of willpower per die.
Yeah.
I think.
No,
so that's why I'm.
Yeah. So each willpower reroll, you roll up to 3 die. So you take one.
Okay.
One
but
damage.
the willpower reroll doesn't take off pips for each die.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was screwing up.
Yeah. No, you're good. You're good. It happens. All right. So. With that roll, I know you got the 4 successes technically. You look in and you notice something in particular. This is a church that was founded by. I reread the information. This church was founded by freed slaves back in 1892. And it's a Baptist church. Why are there crosses and relics of God thrown away in the dumpster that are not burnt?
Hmm. That sure is concerning. Is the interior of the church by chance accessible?
You can open the door. You can see if
All
it's
right.
locked. That's the one thing too. It doesn't. It's not like a free open church. There is security on.
Oh, it does have security.
As in, like, it's secured.
Oh, okay.
I'm also gonna post a picture, guys,
Mhm.
in the Cami chat. This is what my desk looks like.
Is it just a whole bunch of like baby cats?
It's three
You-
cats just
Yeah.
surrounding.
It's two.
Look at them. He's got his tummy up.
Oh, he loves belly rubs.
He's got his tummy up. Oh my god, he's so cute. Oh my god. Look at the little belly.
Alright, guys. This is my life.
Vance kind of takes. Yeah, Vance takes notes of the crosses in the trash, and then kind of moves towards like the windows of the church, and uh, I imagine it's dark inside the church right now, right?
There are candles lit within the church. There's no
Oh, the
like
candles are in the church are lit.
Yeah, there are candles lit inside the church.
Does that give the impression that someone's in there right now?
Um, it could. You'll have to roll to find out.
All right. Vance is going to kind of. Well, Vance is also going to briefly activate. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Fuck. Eyes of the Beast. Just to. Actually, no. If the candles are lit, then he shouldn't need that. So, he's gonna kind of peer into the window and see if there's anyone inside.
Okay. So far, just looking on the base, you don't have to roll. There's nobody there.
All right. In that case, Vance will move his way over to the front of the church and check to see if it is unlocked.
All right. No, it's locked.
It is locked. Okay.
Mhm.
Is there a way for Vance to look inside with a little bit more detail?
Most of the windows are actually closed off because they're boarded up till they can be replaced, but not really, not from where you are. I mean, you could
All
try
right.
to go in if you want to.
All right. Vance is not going to investigate too deeply in because he does know that he's probably being observed, at least by bypassers, and him still being a very prominent figure in Memphis society is probably going to lead to a little bit of attention. So he's
Uh-huh.
gonna he's gonna go ahead and say that he's got at least enough information to potentially look into with what he found in the garbage cans,
Okay.
and go ahead and head off. And then anyone who sees him, he's just gonna play it off as he was just reminiscing on old times whenever he was in this part of the neighborhood.
Okay.
So he's gonna make his way back over to the coterie then.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna get back to the coterie, and that is in Camarilla territory. You leave the Anarchs, head through. I'm assuming that you're gonna get a taxi or an Uber.
Yes.
All right. I'm assuming taxi for your age.
You still have that in Memphis?
I guess so. I would assume
All right.
so. It's a major city. At least downtown into the industry district and everything. But yeah,
All
you're
right.
gonna get one of the stray taxis as you're walking. Head back to the coterie. Roy, what are you doing at the coterie right now? I know Roy had to BRB.
I wonder if he's still in the bathroom. Oh no, he did pop back for just a second, so.
I guess we can wait. We can wait for him
All
to
right.
come back.
I'm back.
Take
I
it.
just had to get some water.
Oh,
Oh, there you
Roy,
are.
come back.
Sorry.
Perfect timing.
So, Roy, Vance is headed back. Just to let you know. And what would be Roy doing at the moment at the coterie?
Well, I'd have to take care of the marigolds and petunias. They were already watered.
They were already watered, yes.
I'm. I've already eaten. I'm probably. Is 6 in his room?
Right now 6 is isolated because Joe's not here. So 6
Oh,
is
that's
gonna
right.
yeah. So we're not doing interactions with the character because Joe's not here. I'm sorry.
Do I know of any mattress places that are open right now?
Not this time. No. I mean,
Damn.
you could order it on Amazon if you figure that out.
There is a
He
computer.
doesn't even know how Google works. I don't think we're gonna get that far.
You know what? That's what you find him. You find him trying to work the ancient desktop in the bottom.
Futzing with a computer.
Yep. That means fussing with a computer.
All right. Vance will walk in then and spot Roy.
Welcome back.
So, got a little something interesting to tell you about that church you're going to be meeting Miss Yvonne at.
Yeah, what about it?
You said you were part of a God-fearing family, right?
At one point in time.
How many churches you know of that throw away their crosses?
None. They usually get repaired or discarded the proper way.
Fascinating. Well, seems the church that you're going to be meeting Miss Yvonne at has a strange habit of taking crosses and tossing them in the local waste disposal unit. Anything you can glean from that?
I mean, they're vampires. Makes sense to me.
Fair enough. Well, it's quite a move to make on such a historical landmark.
Probably not too happy with the city officials, but what are you gonna do? Most of them are vampires too.
True enough. Yet it seems Yovan has a couple of thoughts in regards to the current officials in the vampire leadership.
She ain't give too much away. She's probably still keeping her real ideals under close wrap.
Indeed. That's what we got you here for, stud.
I don't like the way I'm being referred to as a stud. Hang on now.
Vance kind of gives him a pat on the shoulder and walks on by over to the nearby table. I'll just keep on doing your happy, friendly little thing. And I'll go ahead and get the important information off of the little actions that you two have.
Fair enough. I'm not made for subterfuge. Now, where the hell does this little square thing go? I can't find an outlet in the wall for it.
All right. The square thing? I'm sorry. What are you
It's
trying to
a-
plug in?
It's a USB cable.
USB cable into the...
The outlet had one of them over there, but there's not one here now. Might have to go swap it out with the one in the bathroom.
Ophelia will suddenly show up right next to you with a one of the blocks for a USB to plug into the wall in her hand.
So he plugs it into the block and then plugs it into the plugs the cable into the block and then the block into the wall, and then goes topside and tries moving the mouse. Dang gummit! Damn lights on, but it's still not doing nothing.
Why didn't you take the flaw that made you like technologically inept? There was
What's that?
there was a flaw where you could actually take that you're technologically inept.
I thought we had limitations on flaws.
No, there was that. You could have taken that one.
Do we want to add that on now?
I was gonna say I might as well have that flaw.
You know what? I'm telling you to fucking do it. You better fucking put that flaw up there.
I'm gonna make it funnier. Vance actually knows how to operate a computer pretty well. He's just not gonna do anything about Roy.
I mean, the guy uses a flip phone occasionally.
Look, let the man enjoy his fucking burgers and milkshake. That's all he needs in his life.
It is. Burgers, milkshake, and Aurelio, the Pomsky puppy.
Forgot about that puppy, I'm not gonna lie.
You forgot
Bless
about the
your heart.
puppy?
I did.
Oh no.
Right.
So while Vance is kind of sitting watching Roy futz with a mouse, is there any connections that he can just make on his own in regards to the crosses that were in the trash?
They were definitely normal Christianity, Baptist crosses. Nothing entirely. They were old, definitely. They're probably the originals. That's about as far as you're gonna know.
All right. There's nothing you can really glean to connect it to Jovan in any way.
Not necessarily, because you really aren't seeing the true on the inside. You know.
God, I feel like I should have gone inside the church when I was back over there. All right. Oh well.
Well, at this moment, while Roy is struggling to hook up his PC, and Vance now ponders whether or not he should have broken into the church or not. We're actually going to end session there.
All right.
I do appreciate everybody who showed up. Next session for vampires will be on the 2nd of August. I think. I have to remember everybody's schedule, but it should be around the 2nd of August. So,
Second works fine for me.
I hope everybody enjoyed their time. Thank you, my players, for joining me. And everybody, stay dead. Toodaloo.
I had a great time.